What's going on, my people? Cut it. What's going on, my people? It's your boy D-Man and welcome back. You already know what time it is, man. Hey, the Malibu will, I repeat, it will be moving by Sunday. Today is Friday, what? The 28th of July. It's got to go to the paint shop first thing Monday morning. And we ain't playing, man. Oh, we ain't playing. We ain't playing. You already know what time it is, man. So I got a few things I got to do to it, man, in order to make sure that it is moving, is operable. Did I say that right? Operable. Yeah, I said that joint right, man. You know your boy, you got vocabulary. You already know what time it is. So yeah, I got a few things left to do. I got to wire up some fans. I got to straighten out the drive shaft on the tail end, on the rear end part. I got it slid over that U-joint. It slid over a little bit too far, so I ain't bolting it down the right way, you know, woo, woo, woo. So we're gonna get that situated. And on top of that, I gotta get the shifter in on the Malibu, and we're gonna be installing the B&M. And we're gonna do all that in this vid, man. I'm gonna try to, at least in this vid. I ain't gonna bore y'all, I ain't gonna hold y'all. So we're gonna cut this intro short. But you already know what you gotta do for your boy. You gotta like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Definitely smash that notification bell, man. That way you can stay alert to all the new drops. You dig me? You definitely want to stay alert because, hey, the Malibu, man, hey, she finna come out the right way. Betty Boo. Well, I don't know, man. I don't want to call her Bougie Boo, but I don't know. Betty Boo, Bougie Boo, or Boo Thang. We're not gonna call it Boo Thang because Boo Thang's already been taken. Bougie Boo. But Bougie Boo sound kind of good. I don't know. We're gonna come back to on a real legit name. I'm gonna let y'all know what that is soon. But let's go and get started, man. I already started this fan thing. You know what I mean? So we gotta go and get it done. You already know what time it is. So stay tuned. Bougie Boo, Betty Boo, she's still adding up. You know what I'm saying? So, and when I say adding up, man, she ain't, you know, she ain't giving it to me easy. Let me see if I can get some light, man. All right, so using some type of fancy ass wire loom, I fed the wires to the fan. In here is gonna be 2 wires. So one that goes to the ECU and then one that goes to ignition power. So what I'm gonna do is the ignition power one, I'm gonna hook that one up to the fuse box on the accessory. So whenever I hit the key, it'll start feeding this power. You dig? So got the box right here, as you can see. You know what I mean? Got the relay tapped in. And then these 2 wires right here. One is to the battery, one is to the fan wires, which is down there. So, let me see if I can. And I'll put a diagram down here on how I hook this up. This is a 4-wire fuse relay. Some of them got 5 wires, but you only typically you only use 4 on this. So I went ahead and did a 4. So yeah, man. So because I done lost light outside, it's dumb dark, and I'm struggling. I'm gonna wait until the morning and get up early, and I gotta pull this thing back out. These wires right here, I gotta pull them back out and trace the green wire to see what black wire is gonna be, because I got 2 black wires coming out on this end. So now I don't know which one is the ECU, which one is the accessory power. So I'm gonna have to pull it back out and see which one is green, which I can see through this, so I can spread it open, and that's what he said. But anyways, I can spread that open and see which one is green, and then I'll trace it back and I'll hook it up to whatever wire it's supposed to go to. If I'm not mistaken, it's going to this black wire, which is considered a ground wire coming off the ECU. What happens is it kind of grounds itself out, and then it triggers everything to cut on. So we're gonna do that, man. We're gonna get that first thing in the morning, tap that in. And then at that point, we'll walk through, go through everything that's done, make sure everything is okay on the outside, and then we're gonna tackle that shifter knob. You did that shifter. So Man, stay tuned, stay tuned. We working, man. And it's looking pretty damn good. It's looking clean, and it's gonna be easy, man. The way I got things, I know how I got things wired and situated. It's gonna be all motor. Everything gonna be covered. Ain't gonna be too many loose wires hanging around. Ain't gonna be too many loose wires. So we're gonna keep it just like that. You did. So stay tuned. You feel me? Man, and we back. Bruh, finally got this fan situation over with. Got the battery in. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show y'all what I did real quick. So basically, like I said, I got a 4-prong or a 4-wire fuse relay. So red, white, blue, and black. The white wire is connected to the ignition, which is not connected right now, but yeah, white wire is in ignition wire. The blue wire is a constant battery wire, so I just hooked it directly up to here, which is this one right here. And then let's see. The red wire was the fan wire, so I ran the red wire all the way to the 2 fans. I just kind of bridged them in together. And then the last one is the black wire, which is the ECU wire, which is kind of weird, but basically what happens is, like I said before, the ECU kind of triggers whenever the sensor hits. It's going to trigger to ground out, and it's going to ground that black wire out, and then all the fans going to come on. And so they're over there cutting grass and bulls right now. But anyways, what I did was I kind of ran a quick 2 jumper wire just to kind of get me my ECU, simulated ECU ground, and then my jumper wire to pretty much give me my power for my ignition. So I'm gonna show y'all that real quick. Let me get y'all hooked back up and set up. And you can hear the fans cut on. So let me see real quick. Let's see if I can get y'all set up real quick. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and connect the ECU trigger wire and the ignition wire. So ECU trigger is black, and then you should hear the fans click on. Something quick, easy, you know what I mean? So I'm done with this portion. Go ahead and take, shoot, I'm about to screw up something. Done with that portion. So the only thing I gotta do now is I gotta finish up the gear shifter, and I got to straighten out the drive shaft real quick to get that like 100% locked down. After that, man, I take these tires off. Actually, this one holding air, so actually, no, I'm not. I'm gonna go down there and gonna get that tire back from King. Yeah, I'm not. I'm gonna go down there and get that tire back from King. We're gonna lower it down, and then we should be able to fire this thing up. I wanted to fire up right now, to be honest with you. Let's see. fire up. We're just gonna go ahead and get everything else situated with it, man. And we're gonna get this thing down with the paint, you dig? So stay tuned. Alright, people, and we back, man. Still working at this thing. It is Sunday, and we is pressing time to the last bit. So we pretty much got everything up here. Everything up here is done, lined up, and everything is good to go here. Let me see. Yeah, even the fans, we know all that. I showed y'all that. So the rear end, we was working on it because I was finna put some fluid in the rear end, and then boom, caught a little issue on the rear end. Let me show y'all real quick. Go at this light. Also working on the transmission part, putting in the B&M shifter. I've installed it temporarily in a nice little spot, which may become its permanent home, but I might straighten it out. I think it's dark in here too. Let me grab this. This light up under here. We're gonna start from down here so y'all can see what's up, see what's going. So I went ahead and installed the new shifter lever right here. I'm gonna install the bracket, the cable bracket right in this area. I'm gonna do that real quick. I had to take some stuff apart on this, like the old bracket, which is down right there. Had to take that down, and then I went ahead and took off this neutral safety switch. I'm not sure if I'm gonna need that in the future, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see if it's gonna run without it. If it shift and move without it, we should be good to go, which I think it will. So that's that. I'm gonna show y'all this. Back here, front here. So put the bracket in. Not the bracket, my bad. Yeah. Went ahead and installed the shifter real quick. I'll just do a quick tap. Some quick self-tapping screws in it. So yeah, so that's gonna be it there. Yep, I'm going to set that up later. And so that's the shifter. And back here, where things kind of got a little ugly. Like I said, we was gonna put some fluid in the rear end, and then the fill port that's on the side of it. Man, we couldn't get the bolt out, or what have you. You can use a little socket, not a socket, but you use the ratchet itself, or you can use like an extension to kind of, take it off. And it was stripping, so I know that little metal was probably eating away. So went ahead and took the cap back off, and that's here, the old cap, and went ahead and bought a new cap that has the ports in it. This is actual Perfect Launch Proforms cap. So I'm gonna put that back on tomorrow. I'm just letting it just dry and sitting, which is dry now, so I'm just let it sit overnight, man. Then we're gonna go ahead and tighten that thing back down, put it on there, put some fluid in the rear end, we'll be good there. We're gonna finish the hookup. I gotta drill some holes. I gotta drill one hole for the time being. I gotta drill a 1-inch hole for the actual cable, and we'll be able to route that thing, man, and hook it up. After that, tomorrow, I've already made up my mind that I'm not gonna take the car tomorrow. I made my mind up on that. We just pushing time. So we should be able to have everything buttoned up tomorrow. And take this tire off. I'm gonna run it, go get a used tire for this side, and we should be able to drop this thing, crank it, let it run for a little bit, shift it. As long as we can shift it in reverse and then drive, it'll hit the trailer Tuesday. Man. So we working. So I done drilled my hole, kind of got it going in there. I ain't gonna even hold you. This part right here was a pain in the ass. Getting that hole, because the transmission is like literally right up on the tunnel. So you had to be careful on drilling. So I just started using just a regular drill bit, and I used a step down bit, and then went back to this bit, and that wasn't working. Then I used this, the hole saw, to kind of open it up some more. That's what he said. But it's in there. I think it's gonna be cool. It's actually like really shifting pretty good with the linkage on it, so I don't think it's gonna be a huge problem the way I got it. So it's literally in place, no jam up or nothing. And so it's moving freely. And that was like literally, that was my biggest concern, making sure that this thing moves freely and not get jammed. Keep in mind that this spot that it's in is going to be temporary, not so much as this hole, because I think I like the position where the hole is. But I might slide this over here just a little bit, but we're gonna have to see. I know I need to straighten it out, so it'll probably be straightened out back here and bring it over this way some, and then that'll ultimately straighten this out too. So we'll see. It may actually line up where it needs to be, so I might just need to open up these holes and then, you know, put my bolts in to hold it down. So, but yeah, it's cool. I gotta learn how to use this shifter though. So, and then I think you hit that trigger here to close it. Let me see if I can do that for y'all real quick. See if I can do that for y'all real quick. Yeah, so literally hit that trigger and then it goes back in hard. So it should be neutral, no, reverse. What is it? Part reverse neutral. So that should be reverse. That should be neutral. And this should be drive. So then 3, 2, 1. So 2, 3, drive, neutral. And then you can't go into reverse without bringing it back to drive. Hitting that trigger, hitting this trigger, and then going back in reverse. Yep, going back in reverse. So, all right, that's it for the temporary. All we gotta do is just hook up the bottom part, put a few of these little washers and stuff in, so we should be good to go. You did. So stay tuned. Stay tuned on that. Use all this right here. Stay tuned, stay tuned, stay tuned.